My name is Alfred Dallman, and my unique selling point is that I have lived in the same house for 66 years since I was born. My parents bought the house in November 1954 for £3,000, carpets included. The neighbours thought they had been done paying so much money for the house. Going back to the 1960s, I remember some of the shops at Bearsden Cross. Cooper's stood where the former R.S. McCall was until last year, at the junction of Newkirk Road and Dallman Road. They sold ground coffee and had a bacon slicer for slicing meat, which the assistant would do for you, rather than getting pre-packaged goods as you do nowadays. There was a lovely aroma of coffee in the shop. Where the cancer research shop is at the moment in Dallman Road was a baker's called Strachan's. This was run by Mr. Strachan, who made fabulous cakes. I remember my 9th birthday cake came from Strachan's, and they were really quite something. A.C. Mitchell & Sons were motor dealers dealing in Morris and Wolseley cars. They could provide you with a taxi if you needed one. They had an electrical department, which is where the Oxfam shop now is, and they had a small garden in front of the shop up until 1964 with 2 gates, and you had to go through a very small garden to reach the shop. R&J Templeton opened a supermarket where Marks & Spencer Simply Food stands. This supermarket had the unique selling point of having music as you walked round, and we called it the singing supermarket. Another shop which I remember was Miss Liddell's. It was an ironmonger's, and it stood where Lloyd's Chemists, or rather half of Lloyd's Chemists, now exists. Miss Liddell had a very old cash register, and in 1971, when decimal currency came in, I wondered how she would manage with such an old cash register, and thought that she would need to invest in a new one. However, to my surprise and delight, I found that she had had it converted to pounds and pence instead of pounds, shillings and pence, and the cash register continued. It was obvious from the shop that it was formerly a house, and in the back store there was a fireplace. It was a lovely shop, and I was very sorry to see it go.